What is good, bros? It's your boy Ace, and today I'm gonna tell you a story that might sound like a little bit crazy, but I promise you guys, it's 100% true. I promise you. Alright, so I don't know where to start the story because it's it's not embarrassing, but I'll just get into the gist of it, bro. My father worships a demon. He's into witchcraft and stuff like that, and he tried to get me into that, bro. I said no. He had a statue got destroyed somehow, I don't know, and your boy got banished from like his family, bro. Like, I have not seen him, like, just banished, bro. Banished 100% from my family, bro. Like, so yeah, let me tell you guys a story. I guess I'll start the story like a month ago. So imagine this. I work for my father's company, or I used to work for his company, I guess, and I was just hanging out one day. I was doing my thing. I think I was editing a video or something like that, and my dad hits me up like, hey son, we should go on a walk. And I said, yeah, sure, Dad, let's go on a walk. Why not? You know, I was in a good mood too, because like, hey, we never have any like father-son time, you know, he's usually busy with his other family and stuff. So I thought, all right, I'll go for a walk with him. It's cool. And he picks me up and we go to like a park. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was a little bit suspicious because it's rare for my dad to ever invite me anywhere just by him and me. Like, it's not common. So my dad picks me up and we start driving. And on the way, bro, he starts telling me like, yo son, so I see you're working really hard on this YouTube thing. Like, I think you should like have, you know, way more success than you really do. But I don't think you do, he told me. Because a week prior to this, a witch who had come to his house or to the office, who he calls his godmother, she saw me. And when she saw me, she got goosebumps all over her arm, right, bro? Tingling, right? Like, her arm, like the hair on her went straight up. Maybe it's because the Holy Spirit's with me, bro. I don't know. Long live Christ the King. But he told my father that I have a spirit, like a demon, a curse on me, right? And the only way to get rid of it was to do a ritual blessing on me, bro. And like, just so you guys know, I'm 100% Christian, 100% Catholic. Like, I'd rather lose all my hearts than switch my religion, bro. Like, yeah. So my dad starts telling me, like, son, the witch came to the, like, she even calls herself a witch. Like, she's a straight up witch, bro. I don't know what to tell you guys. So he starts telling me, right? Like, yeah, so the reason you haven't had any success, because I see you working so hard every day on your YouTube and like, you know, everything else, you're working so hard, but you have no success. And it's because you have a demon curse on you, bro. And the only way to get rid of it is to do this blessing, right? This ritual. Like, I'm gonna be straight up. Like, we hadn't even got there at this time. I was like, bro, this dude is capping. He is crazy. Like, my father, just so you guys know, he's super gullible, bro. Like, he's really gullible. Like, he was involved in like a scam in the 2020s where he paid people to go, or even he got money from this. So, oh, he might have been on the scam, bro. But the guy said, yeah, if we use this special machine that I invented, we can go around houses and like spray it, and then it'll be cured of any of the viruses that are in the house during 2020, you know? And bro, I promise you, they just got fog machines, and then they put on hazmat suits with the fog machine, and then they go into places and they'd spray it down. And my dad was taking like thousands and thousands of dollars doing this, and then he'd say, oh, it's clean. But bro, I promise you, it's a straight up fog machine. Like, I googled it, I found fog machine, I showed my dad like, Dad, this is a fog machine, and he acted like he didn't care. So I was like, all right. But he's very gullible, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he wasn't 100% in on the scam, but I'm pretty sure he figured it out eventually. If you, bro, I promise you, if you tell him like, yo guys, the cloud, you see that cloud up there is actually a UFO, like, he would believe you. Like, oh wait, really? So he's very gullible, right? So he probably believes his witch 100% in his mind. And he starts telling me the story like, yeah son, so I mean, I used to be in your shoes where I'd work really hard just like you, but I wouldn't see any success. And then I went to this witch and she gave me a blessing, and then everything started clicking. I'm like, but that's not the reason he succeeded. It's because the economy went down in like 2008, I think, and that's when he became poor. And then started going back up, and then he's a realtor, so that's how it went back up too. Don't believe these lies these witches be telling you, bro, I promise you. So my theory is, bro, the witch probably wanted to inherit me as one of her clients. Or she actually believed this stuff and wanted to help me in her mind. So either one of those is true. Because prior to all this that happened, I was set to inherit my father's company. It's not a big company. It's like worth 5 million max, I'd say, bro. He's like wealthy, but he's not rich or anything. So I was set to inherit, bro. So I'm pretty sure that if she was thinking from the angle of that, she'd say, oh, if I can get him, I can also get him to be one of my clients for like for the rest of his life, you know what I mean? So that might be why she told my dad that. Or she could have actually got goosebumps because I'm blessed by the Lord or something like that. My faith is strong, and the demon or spirit in her, like, got the goosebumps or whatever, and then it tried getting it to trick me. And then all this ends up happening to me. Anyways, though, so my dad, he's telling me about this ritual that they want to do on me, bro. They call it a blessing, but they also call it a ritual, bro. And it's some messed up stuff. Like they said, they would literally, he said, oh yeah, son, they're gonna do like a little bit of cut and they're gonna take a little bit of blood. I'm like, bro, are you crazy? Like, I'm just a normal dude who goes to church and stuff. Like, I don't want any part of this. Like, I'm just a normal dude. I don't want, like, why is this happening to me? Why is my dad, of all people, the one into this, trying to get me into this? I pretty much tell him no, bro. And he gets so mad at me, like so mad. You have no idea how mad this dude gets at me. Like, he literally starts treating me so much worse after this day. Like, if he treated me like this, bro, he starts treating me like just so terribly for the rest of like, it was like a month until. So one day, I'm working really late at the office, right? I go into his office and I see this statue in there, bro. And this is not no happy little knick-knack statue, bro. This is a evil demon statue. Like, I'm gonna show you footage of it, but I'm gonna blur it, because if you Google what it is, you can find out easily what it is just the way I did. And I don't want to give this witchcraft demon cult he's into, like, any attention at all, bro. So, I'm just gonna blur it. But here's the clip of what it looks like, just to show you guys that it actually existed. So, you guys like, no, it's not cap. So, there it is. You can see it on the screen right now. If you can see it, it's disturbing. I promise you. But I'm not going to show it to you. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. So one day I'm working late and I see that statue, right? I'm like, dang, this is crazy. Long live Christ the King. And I don't know what happened, bro, but the next morning, the statue was destroyed. I don't know how it happened, guys. Allegedly, who knows? Theoretically, I was very happy about it, bro. I won't lie. Anyways, I Googled what it was, bro. And I promise you, like, this statue was, like, kind of high up, so my father's pretty deep into this cult. Oh, and he was also making offerings to this statue, bro. Like, he was giving it food. And later on in the story, I asked him, like, during a fight in front of many people, like, how much blood did you give to it? And I promise you, bro, he looked like, oh crap, because we were like kind of in public when this happened. Because some of his employees were around me when I said this to him, like, how much blood did you give to it, right? And he was like he was scared. So I'm pretty sure he gave it to some blood too. So from a financial standpoint, I'm thinking this is the witch's thinking, bro. Okay, shoot, I can't do the blessing on his son, which would have robbed me in some money. I have another idea. Let me trick this guy into giving me some more money for this statue that I'm going to infuse with his blood and like other stuff that I can't tell you guys what was inside of it. When I destroyed it, I saw some other things inside of it. But if I tell you what it was, you could Google it and find out what it was. Anyways, it's not because I don't respect you guys. I think you do deserve it. I think you do deserve to know the truth. I think that there will be some children who watch this, and I don't want them to be able to Google what this cult is and get into it at all. I don't want them even knowing about it, you know? People who are involved in this stuff aren't good people, I'll tell you that straight up. They can come after me, bro. Long live Christ the King. I have the Lord's protection. I have nothing to fear from them. From a financial standpoint, you might be thinking, shoot, his son doesn't want to go down through the ritual, so I can't get the money I would get from doing the ritual, right? So how about instead of doing that, I'll sell him this statue. And the statue has some other stuff that I can't tell you what it was because you could Google it, but it was nothing good in that statue, I promise you guys. So she probably got some money from the statue that I don't know what she used it for. She's a very nice lady, I'm gonna lie, but like, she's scamming my father, so what do you want me to do, bro? So she's either scamming or she's tricked herself. Either way is bad. Stay away from witches, bro. So the statue gets destroyed somehow. And the morning, I'm sitting there editing a video, bro. It's like 8 a.m., right? My dad comes into the office. And at first, bro, I get scared. Like, so terrified. I was like, oh, no. And I run in, like, I know he's going to be mad. I didn't know he'd be this mad, but I knew he'd be mad. So I run into his office, right? And I was going to grab the statue. I was going to throw it outside and hide it in a bush or something, right? But as I get to the office and I walk inside and I see the statue, I think to myself, no. I say, no. Long live Christ the King. I cannot refuse the Lord. So, I leave it there, and I go back to editing bravely, bro. And then, he comes in, and he says, hey, I brought some food. You want some? I said, oh, no, it's all right. Oh, I was so happy, bro. Then a few minutes later, he comes in. Did you destroy my statue? He tells me some bad words that I can't say on a YouTube video. Did you destroy my statue? And allegedly, I can't tell you what I answered, but I will tell you this. Allegedly, I would be proud of somebody who looked at his father and said, "Long live Christ the King. I cannot refuse the Lord." Allegedly, that's what I said, right, guys? And he says, "Give me your keys now. You're out of here. You're out of your home. You're out of the office. You're out of everywhere, bro." So I went from like having a nice roof over my head, a business I would inherit, to having this car, pretty much. So I hand him my keys and I sit there. He says, "You got to be out here by nighttime." At this point, I'm thinking, don't worry, bro. I'm Ace. I can talk my way out of this somehow, right? I have till nightfall to get all my stuff out of here anyways. I'm pretty sure he might calm down by then. But then my grandma texts me like, "Hey, how you doing?" out of nowhere. I say, "Not too good. My dad just kicked me out of everything and I'm going to be kind of homeless, kind of." And then she comes to the office, right, to talk to me. But I say, "Okay, let's get out of here." Because I don't want to confront my dad, because if we do right now, when he's angry, it won't go well. And she says, no, I want to talk to him." I said, "No, that's bad. That's a bad idea. I promise you, it's only going to go way worse." And then my dad came out and called her to a meeting room, a conference room. And they started talking there. So my dad, he's insulted me so much. He's like calling me lazy. Like, he's calling me lazy, but I promise you, bro, like earlier that day, he would tell you that I was very hardworking, very proud of me. He was just calling me lazy and making all these excuses because he wants a reason to get rid of me. Like, you don't say, "Oh, I kicked out my hardworking son." You say, "I kicked out my lazy son." If you know early in the story, he was saying I'm working really hard. I just haven't had any success because I have a spirit curse on me. So we're sitting there, and my dad starts insulting me in front of my grandma, telling me I have no respect. And I say, "The one who has no respect is you. You should respect the Lord, you fool." And he gets so mad at me, bro. So then they're in the conference room, bro, and my dad's pretty much saying, "Yeah, my son's out of here. He's banished. He's gone. Like, he needs to get out of here, like, soon," right? I'm like, bruh. So it actually is confirmed that, like, I do have to get out of there, and there's no way really to save this, right? But he promises my grandma a few things. He says, "Okay, I'll help him find a place. I'll help him with a place to live, just not under my roof. I'll help him out with a lot of stuff." He made like a ton of promises, like, to my grandma. And then he keeps insulting me more and more. And we get in a fight. I say, "Whatever, I'm out of here. I'm gonna use the restroom." Big mistake on my dad's side to let me use the restroom, because allegedly, so I go into his restroom and I read a book. And this book tells you how somebody found a demonic statue, put it in the toilet, and peed on it. I was very happy about it. So I closed the book. That's crazy. I would never do something like that ever. And I use the restroom myself. I think my dad was banging on the door, actually, trying to figure out. I think he figured out what I was doing, yeah. Right, "Where's my statue?" So that happened. So your boy's already cooked. May as well cook it a little more, you know what I mean? So then he says, "You need to be out of here in 30 minutes. No, actually, you got to be out of here right now." And we almost get into a fist fight, my dad and me, right? Where I try to get him to strike me, because if he strikes me first, he goes to jail. But if I get striked first, or if I strike first, it's bad. It's against the law. But if he strikes me first, he goes to jail. So I'd be good, you know what I mean? But then sadly, my good friend Jose, he comes in and says, yo, come here, Ace. Come here, Ace. And he starts giving me a speech like, "Look, Ace, I know that it's hard, but I don't want you to go through your life without having your family. Like, I don't want you to be fighting your father, right?" I say, "I agree. I don't want to fight him either." And he's trying to give me like the speech, like, life's tough. I want you to go through life having your dad, because it'll help you out in the long run, you know? Like, it's good to have family that you can depend on. But then my dad comes out and he says, "Jose, Ace has to leave now, or else I'm going to call the cops on him. An artifact that's very dear to me was destroyed." He tells Jose, right? And then he's telling everybody that it's an artifact. And I say, "Why don't you tell everybody what it really is, Father?" It's a demonic statue you brought into this office, right? And my dad stays silent because he knows what he's doing. Actually, I'm pretty sure part of him knows what he's doing is evil. Jose's trying to like get me to stay somehow. And then I tell him that's like a demon statue. Like, my father's into a cult that's demonic and you sacrifice your own blood to, right? And Jose's telling me, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Ace. It doesn't matter." But I tell him, "Jose, it does matter." And then my dad's trying to get me to get kicked out. Like, they try to tell me, like, "Get out now. You have 30 seconds. Go grab your stuff, then you got to leave." So my grandma and I, we leave, right, guys? And it was kind of sad, too. I'm not going to lie. Because, I mean, the people at the office, bro, they were like my family because I'd worked with them since I was like, well, I've seen them since I was like in middle school, bro, because the receptionist used to pick me up from school and they were like my family, you know? I thought they were like my family at least because they invited me to like their family parties. We were really close, right? But as soon as I'm no longer the one to inherit the company, bro, like I haven't heard from any of them. I haven't heard a text. Nothing. I've tried calling one of them. Nothing. Like, they were like my second family. So losing them is low-key a little sad. But it's alright, because if I pop off on this YouTube and I become wealthy, at least now I'll know how they really felt about me, you know? But yeah. And even though, you know, I lost my dad, you know, the whole family I had at the office, $5 million company, you know, the place to sleep. I'll be straight up, bro. I left out some details that weren't so good about this company. One, bro, the only way my father would pay me was on commission. And then his office, his business was high-key struggling, bro. And my father didn't help me. He has a lot of wealth, but he doesn't spend any of it on me. Like, some days I wouldn't have like enough money to even go eat food, you know what I mean? So I wasn't really making any money at this company, if I'm being straight up to you guys. So it wasn't really a great place to be no matter what. That's why I kind of started this whole YouTube thing, because I wanted to get out of that business I was doing so terribly. And a lot of other people at the office were also doing terribly too. But my father owns many properties and has other businesses, other avenues that he's getting paid through. So even though I lost all those things, bro, right? All those people that I thought were my family. So even though losing all that stuff was pretty sad, and I was pretty sad that day, guys, I'm not going to cap. Ever since that day that I left the office, bro. Ever since that day, ever since the moment that statue was destroyed, bro, I promise you, I've become wealthier. I promise you, bro. I promise you. Ever since that day that the statue was destroyed, I've only gotten richer. I've eaten good food every single day since then. I have not had a bad meal since I left the office, bro. I promise you. Like, some days I have too much food I don't know what to do with. My videos, they haven't been doing better, but I made my first dollar off of YouTube and I finally got monetized. So that was a big plus for me, bro. Because before this, I didn't know if I'd be monetized on YouTube, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, this story is 100% true. Even though you could think of like, oh, losing all this stuff, you're suffering. Bro, I promise you, I am not suffering. My life has only gotten up from this. And on top of that, even though I said I was set to inherit the company, bro, my father got a second wife and they have other kids. That's why I was kicked out of his house freshman year. But then like a year later, I forgave him and he came back to his company. But I mean, it wasn't guaranteed that I would inherit this company, bro. Because also, the company is not doing too good, so my father might have to sell it soon. And on top of that, my father has now 3 other kids with his girlfriend. And his girlfriend, she hates me, bro. She hates me so much. And I'm pretty sure she's probably wrote into the will that if something happens to my father, that none of it will come to me anyways. I'm pretty sure she would convince him to do something like that. So yeah, guys, and that's probably also another reason. My father was maybe looking for an excuse to get rid of me, because ever since he's had another son with her. So they had 3 kids, bro. They had a daughter, a son, and then they stopped. My father actually got a surgery to make him stop being able to have kids. I would never, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm putting him on blast a little bit, guys. So overall, I'd actually say it's a much better thing than being at the office, bro. Because I wasn't making much money at the office in the last year. So it's pretty good that this happened. Long live Christ the King, guys. Ever since the moment that statue was destroyed, bro, not a single day have I suffered. I've eaten better food I've not gone hungry a single day since then. I've gotten richer. And bro, I promise you, I'm eating like 5-star gourmet meals every day. Like, it's amazing. Long live Christ the King, bro. Like, I promise you, Like, I promise you guys, my life has only gotten better since leaving that office. But I'm not going to lie to you. If you say yes to the Lord, it might not always turn out as good as it turned out for me. The Lord has blessed me with some amazing people in my life. That's the reason I'm doing so well right now. Not going to lie. But am I proud of what happened that day? I'm extremely proud. Do I sleep good at night? I sleep extremely well. And not only am I proud in my mind, bro, I promise you, every time I think back to that day and what I decided to do and say yes to the Lord, I promise you, bro, my heart is full of so much, I don't want to say pride, it's like joy. Like, I'm just so proud of myself for doing that, bro. Like, I'm so glad I did it. Like, it brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. Like, when I'm old and I have all my grandchildren around, I'm gonna love to say this story to them, guys. Like, I don't know. And when I pass and hopefully join the Lord, I'm gonna be so proud of that, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the me eating well, everything else, all the blessings I've received ever since that day, it's good. But what's even better than that is this joy I feel in my heart, guys. And even if I didn't have those blessings, I just had this joy, it would have been worth it, guys. Don't fall for these false idols. Don't fall for these sidekicks. Don't fall for these witches, bro. Believe in the Lord. Trust the Lord. And even if it's hard to do it, I think it's still worth doing the right thing, bro, because you just feel so good, bro. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the story. I'm gonna go back inside. I don't live in this car, if that's what you thought was happening. I have a nice bed. So I'm gonna go play some Smash Bros on stream right now. You'll see because I'm wearing the same outfit. See you guys. I might take it off though, it's kind of hot.